Shabba-doo-dee!
Will there be banana?
It's the swingin'est jungle party ever.
You better believe it.
So start the celebration, because it's coming your way. The all-time fun in the jungle favorite you've been waiting for.
Have I given you a clue?
It's Walt Disney's original animated classic, The Jungle Book. And now it can be yours to own on video.
How delightful. Look for the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife.
Join Mowgli the Man Cub as he learns about life from the best friends a boy ever had. Carefree Baloo.
Hey!
Loyal Bagheera. And swingin' King Louie.
Crazy.
The whole family will enjoy this wild Disney adventure filled with a finger-snapping, toe-tapping music everyone's crazy about.
I want to be like you. I want to walk like you. Talk like you. Choo.
This November, the most sought-after classic of them all can be yours to own. But it will only be available for a very limited time. Walt Disney's coolest classic, The Jungle Book.
Take me home, Daddy.
Introducing Walt Disney's Studio Film Collection, perfect for the entire family. Bring home the fun, the adventure, the excitement, and the romance. Bring home the classic Disney movies you've never forgotten. Some films are so special, they capture your heart forever. Walt Disney's Studio Film Collection. Collect them all.
Dive in for all new under-the-sea adventures with your favorite friends, Ariel, Flounder, and Sebastian. Now you can be part of this ocean full of fun as you meet their new friends. And feel the magic of these charming tales that you can only see on video. The Little Mermaid Collection.
Oh, it's gonna be wonderful, Flounder.
It's a whale of a tale when Ariel brings home Spot, the music-loving baby whale.
He thinks I'm his mother.
Well, you're not.
But it soon turns out to be a ton of fun. Then,
It's a giant seahorse.
saddle up with Stormy the Wild Seahorse for fast-paced adventure.
That was some ride.
And in Double Bubble, Ariel has got both hands full of trouble.
Ariel, babysitting is hard work.
I know how to handle babies.
It'll tickle your funny bone with twice as much fun. Join Ariel in her all-new undersea adventures with these 3 exciting videos from the Little Mermaid Collection. Now you can dive in anytime you want with Ariel, the Little Mermaid from Walt Disney Home Video.
All right.
G'day, I'm Don. Beautiful sitting here. Beach, sun is shining. It's the sort of a day you'd give the thumbs up to. Because in Australia, when something is good, you give it the thumbs up. Why don't you try it? Thumbs up.
Here's a new dance that's really neat. Tap your fists to the rhythm of the beat. Get ready for the sign, that means everything is sweet. Thumbs up! Thumbs up! That's it. It means you're feeling happy, it means that you're okay. It means something is good, it can even mean g'day. So give me a smile and let me hear you say thumbs up! Thumbs up! A thumbs up! Thumbs up! You're a friend of mine. Thumbs up! Thumbs up! Come on, give me a sign. Give me a sign that you're a friend of mine. Thumbs up! Thumbs up! A thumbs up! Thumbs up! Sing along with me, thumbs up. You've got to be happy, yes, you've got to be happy. Sing along with me, thumbs up. That's it, keep going. A thumbs up, yeah. Move your shoulders, move them up and down. Roll your fists, roll them round and round. Is everybody ready? Let me hear that sound. A thumbs up. You can do it in a train, you can do it in a car, you can do it in a plane when you've got to travel far. It's a dance you can do wherever you are. Thumbs up. A thumbs up. You're a friend of mine. Thumbs up. Come on, give me a sign. Give me a sign that you're a friend of mine. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Sing along with me. Thumbs up. You've got to be happy. Yes, you've got to be happy. Sing along with me. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Cooey! 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 You hear that? When you want your voice to carry when you're out in the bush, put your hands around your mouth and you shout out cooey as loud as you possibly can. Try it again. Cooey! Can you hear the echo? The voice echoes across the water and it echoes across the land when you're out in the bush. That's what I do when I go walkabout. I've just been on a walkabout Australia. Now I want to talk about Australia. Cooey, I'm gonna shout about Australia. Cooey, 'cause I'm proud about Australia. Cooey, I want to talk about Australia. Won't you come along with me and walk about Australia? We could travel in a truck across the desert, or wander through a forest in the rain, or maybe climb a mountain in the snowies. It seems that no two places are the same. I've just been on a walkabout Australia. Now I want to talk about Australia. Cooey, I'm gonna shout about Australia. Cooey, 'cause I'm proud about Australia. Cooey, I want to talk about Australia. Won't you come along with me and walk about Australia? We can backpack through the wilderness in Tassie, or fly to far North Queensland in a plane. Whenever I get back to where I started, I'm ready to get on the road again. I've just been on a walkabout Australia. Now I want to talk about Australia. Cooey, I'm gonna shout about Australia. Cooey, 'cause I'm proud about Australia. Cooey, I wanna talk about Australia. Won't you come along with me and walk about Australia? Won't you come along with me and walk about Australia? Come on, won't you come along with me and walk about Australia? One of Australia's most famous furry creatures, the koala. Koalas spend most of their time in gum trees. During the day, they often curl up into a ball and sleep in the fork of a tree. As night falls, they clamber from limb to munch on eucalyptus or gum leaves.
And this koala is called Lenny. Hello, Lenny. Koalas eat lots of gum leaves, and they get moisture out of the gum leaves, so they don't have to drink very often. And koalas are marsupials. Some people call them bears, but they're not bears at all, are they? I'm a koala, not a bear, and I don't think it's fair the way that people always add a word that isn't there. I'm a marsupial and proud of it, and there can be no doubt of it. I'm closer to a kangaroo than I am to a bear. So please don't call me a koala bear, 'cause I'm not a bear at all. Please don't call me a koala bear, it's driving me up the wall. If your name was Tom and everyone called you Dick, perhaps you'd understand why I'm sick, sick, sick. I'm simply a koala and I want the name to stick. So please don't call me a koala bear. I live here in Australia in a eucalyptus tree. I'm as cuddly, cute and charming as an animal can be. I don't understand, fair dinkum, how anyone could think them grizzly bears and polar bears are anything like me. So please don't call me a koala bear, 'cause I'm not a bear at all. Oh, please don't call me a koala bear, it's driving me up the wall. If your name was Tom and everyone called you Dick, perhaps you'd understand why I'm sick, sick, sick. I'm simply a koala and I want the name to stick. So please don't call me a koala bear. Oh, please don't call me a koala bear, 'cause I'm not a bear at all. Oh, please don't call me a koala bear, it's driving me up the wall. If your name was Tom and everyone called you Dick, perhaps you'd understand why I'm sick, sick, sick. I'm simply a koala and I want the name to stick. So please don't call me a koala bear. I mean, how much can a koala bear? Here's another famous Australian marsupial, the kangaroo. It's got a very strong tail and very strong back legs, ideal for hopping very quickly through the bush. Marsupials, when they're born, climb inside their mother's pouch. They stay there till they're big enough to come out. There's one in its mother's pouch now. I wonder if it's big enough to come out. There are lots of marsupials in Australia. Now if you want to see an amazing family of animals that defy reality, there's the sugar glider and the kangaroo. And don't forget the koala, 'cause it's one, two, it's a marsupial. It's a marsupial, the most incredible family in the whole wide world. It's a marsupial, it's a marsupial, it's another super duper marsupial. All marsupials, as soon as they are born, climb inside their mother's pouch to keep them safe and warm. They stay there till they grow big enough to go. So if anyone ever asks you, now you know it's a marsupial. It's a marsupial, the most incredible family in the whole wide world. It's a marsupial. It's a marsupial. It's another super duper marsupial. Some marsupials glide as easy as can be. The sugar glider floats on air, as you can see. And the possum family lives high above the ground, hanging on to mother's tail keeps them safe and sound. It's a marsupial, it's a marsupial, the most incredible family in the whole wide world. It's a marsupial, it's a marsupial, it's another super duper marsupial. It's a marsupial.
It's a marsupial, the most incredible family in the whole wide world. It's a marsupial, it's a marsupial, M-A-R-S-U-P-I-A-L. It's another super duper marsupial. I've got a cat, I call her Pat, she just likes to sleep. I've got a dog, well you've heard about Bob, he rounds up the sheep. When Bob the dog sees Pat the cat sleeping in the sun, that's when Bob decides it might be time to have some fun. He creeps up so quietly till he's close to her ear, then he barks out loudly and she jumps up in fear. And the dog is barking, the cat's meowing, and everybody's shouting, "Stop that noise!" as they go round and round. The dog is barking, the cat's meowing, and everybody's shouting, "Stop that noise!" as they go round and round. There's Pat the cat with her ears laid flat, you should see her scoot. And over the log comes Bob the dog, still in hot pursuit. Racing through the farmyard, scattering all the chooks. The rooster starts his crowing, giving them beady looks. Racing through the fields now, the sheep are so confused. The cow just starts her mooing, she's not at all amused. Yes, the cow is mooing, moo moo moo, and the rooster's crowing, and everybody's shouting, "Stop that noise!" as they go round and round. And the dog is barking, and the cat's meowing, and everybody's shouting, "Stop that noise!" as they go round and round. It's Pat the cat going flat chat straight through the fly screen door, and Bob the dog going full slog, sliding across the floor, knocking down the table, the cups and all the milk. There's footprints in my chocolate cake and still they go full tilt. Then Pat is through the window when she zooms to the top of the tree. I need the fire brigade to get her down, but who's gonna rescue me? And the dog is barking, and the cat's meowing, and everybody's shouting, "Stop that noise!" as they go round and round. Yeah, the dog is barking, and the cat's meowing, and everybody's shouting, "Stop that noise!" as they go round and round. Yeah, the dog is barking, and the cat's meowing, and everybody's shouting, "Stop that noise!" as they go round and round. Yeah, the dog is barking, and the cat's meowing, and everybody's shouting, "Stop that noise!" as they go round and round. This is a wombat. Beautiful, and his name is Fatso. Wombats look a little bit like koalas, don't they? They're close relatives to the koala, a bit like being a cousin. Hello, Fatso, have some more carrot. And wombats have very strong claws so that they can dig burrows or holes to live in, because that's where they live, in the ground. And they dig, dig, dig. I've got short legs that don't bother me, 'cause I don't want to go climbing a tree. Down here on the ground is where I want to be, so I can dig, 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 dig. You gotta dig down on the floor, you gotta dig. Come on and use those paws, you gotta dig with those big strong claws. Dig, dig, dig like a wombat. You won't see me in the hot sunlight. I wait till it's cool, I come out at night. I'm at my best around about midnight, so I can dig, 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 dig. You gotta dig down on the floor, you gotta dig. Come on and use those paws, you gotta dig with those big strong claws. Dig, dig, dig like a wombat. You gotta dig down on the floor, you gotta dig. Come on and use those paws, you gotta dig with those big strong claws. And dig, dig, dig like a wombat. And dig, dig, dig like a wombat. Dig, dig, dig like a wombat. Dig, dig, dig like a wombat. Dig, dig, dig like a wombat.
Do you like eating outdoors, having picnics?
Yeah.
Hey, it's great fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Except for one thing. Mosquitoes. Mozzies.
She's a little Aussie mozzie in her Aussie mozzie cozzy, and she's looking for a posse on your unprotected skin. When she's finished her inspection, she will give you an injection, and you'll have an itch to show you where the Aussie mozzie's been. There's a great proliferation in the mozzie population. It's a constant irritation to us all. Yes, it's hard to feel affection when she heads in your direction, 'cause the little Aussie mozzie is out to get us all. You can hear her coming, buzzing and humming, but she's hard to see. Traveling incognito, here comes a mosquito with her stinger aimed at me. It's the female of the species that's biting us to pieces, 'cause the Aussie mozzie's brother doesn't bite at all. There's a great proliferation in the mozzie population. It's a constant irritation to us all. Yes, it's hard to feel affection when she heads in your direction, 'cause a little Aussie mozzie is out to get us all. You can hear her coming, buzzing and humming, but she's hard to see. Traveling incognito, here comes the mosquito with her stinger aimed at me. She's a little Aussie mozzie in her Aussie mozzie cozzy, and she's looking for a posse on your unprotected skin. When she's finished her inspection, she will give you an injection, and you'll have an itch to show you where the Aussie mozzie's been. There's a great proliferation in the mozzie population. It's a constant irritation to us all. Yes, it's hard to feel affection when she heads in your direction, 'cause the little Aussie mozzie is out to get us all.
Nighttime in the bush. As well as the mozzies, someone else is awake. A sugar glider eating the sweet nectar out of the flowers. Sugar gliders are a bit like small possums, aren't they? Big eyes to see at night, and big furry tail. They're really beautiful creatures. And underneath their body, they've got a big flap of skin so they can glide through the air from tree to tree looking for food.
She's as sweet and gentle as her name implies, with a little button nose and big wide eyes. She's a furry little creature in a bird's disguise. Nothing can hold her down. Shush, shush, sugar glider, high above the ground. Shush, shush, sugar glider, nothing can hold her down. She climbs to the top of the tallest trees and sits and waits for a friendly breeze. Then she glides through the air with the greatest ease. Nothing can hold her down. Shush, shush, sugar glider, high above the ground. Shush, shush, sugar glider, nothing can hold her down. Sugar glider, high above the ground. Sugar glider, nothing can hold her down. Sugar glider, high above the ground. sugar glider. Nothing can hold her down. Nothing can hold her down. Nothing can hold her down. You like that, do you? This is Australia's national bird, the emu. It's a very large bird, as you can see. And it's interesting because it's a bird that cannot fly, but it can run really fast, can't you? It can eat pretty fast too. Is that good? Okay, there's plenty to eat. Another bird that can't fly is the penguin. But it's a fantastic swimmer, which is just as well because penguins like to eat fish. And when they're on the land, they look really funny when they walk. They've got a very funny waddle. The fairy penguin walks in a funny way, in his suit of black and white. Wow, he looks so posh, he could be going to the royal ball tonight. Well, he walks so fast on the slippery ice, sometimes he just falls down. But he jumps straight up and carries on, just like a wobbly clown. Do the penguin strut, the fairy penguin strut. He has little wings, but he doesn't fly. He looks so quaint as he walks by. The fairy penguin walks in a funny way. Why don't you try to do it too? Put your arms straight down, your hands out flat, let your feet just shuffle through. Well, then you waddle along, up and down, and you roll from side to side. Yeah, the penguin walks in a funny way. Just watch him slip and slide. Do the penguin strut, the fairy penguin strut. Well, he has little wings, but he doesn't fly. He looks so quaint as he walks by. Do the penguin strut, the fairy penguin strut. He has little wings, but he doesn't fly. He looks so quaint as he walks by. The penguin strut. What a dusty road. Have you ever been in the outback on a dirt, dusty road? Let's see what it's like. There's wild pigs and wild goats, galahs and cockatoos, all kinds of wildlife from snakes to kangaroos. To see a tree's a rarity, 'cause mostly they're just shrubs on the red dirt roadway running through the scrub. The highway's made of bitumen with road signs you can trust, but on the red dirt roadway it's mostly rocks and dust. You're bound to see some scenery you're really gonna love on the red dirt roadway running through the scrub. There's a big red cloud of dust to show you where you've been, and up ahead there's so much to be seen. It's fun to wander in the great outback on the red dirt roadway off the beaten track. You wander under clear blue skies with not a cloud in sight. The weather never seems to change, but then again it might. And if you get a drop of rain, it all turns into mud on the red dirt roadway running through the scrub. There's a big red cloud of dust to show you where you've been, and up ahead there's so much to be seen. It's fun to wander in the great outback on the red dirt roadway off the beaten track. There's a big red cloud of dust to show you where you've been, and up ahead there's so much to be seen. It's fun to wander in the great outback on the red dirt roadway off the beaten track. Wild pigs and wild goats, galahs and cockatoos, all kinds of wildlife from snakes to kangaroos. To see a tree's a rarity, 'cause mostly they're just shrubs on the red dirt roadway running through the scrub. On the red dirt roadway running through the scrub. On the red dirt roadway running through the scrub. The outback in Australia is very dry and dusty, and one of the animals that you're bound to see is the kangaroo, the super marsupial. This one is pretty tame because it's been brought up in a wildlife park, but out in the bush, if they see you, they're sure to just run away. From Paris to Peru, people form a queue just for the chance to view a kangaroo. From Baghdad to Bangkok, the folks are sure to flock. To see a kangaroo, they have to go to the zoo. The super marsupial kangaroo, kangaroo. There's nothing quite like a kangaroo, kangaroo, kangaroo. The super marsupial kangaroo. From Perth to Narrabri, you'll see them hopping by beneath a clear blue sky, roaming free. So if you want to see a roo and you don't want to go to the zoo, the bush in Australia's the only place you'll ever see. The super marsupial kangaroo, kangaroo. There's nothing quite like a kangaroo, kangaroo, kangaroo. The super marsupial kangaroo. Super marsupial kangaroo, kangaroo. There's nothing quite like a kangaroo, kangaroo, kangaroo. The super marsupial kangaroo, kangaroo, kangaroo. There's nothing quite like a kangaroo, kangaroo, kangaroo. The super marsupial kangaroo. Do you know what this is? It's got scaly skin and legs and a long, long tail. It's beautiful. This is called a blue-tongued lizard. And there are lots of different types of lizards in Australia. There's frillnecks and blue tongues, goannas and skinks, and some that survive where there's nothing to drink. And none of them care what anyone thinks. They're the wonderful lizards of Oz. We haven't had dinosaurs for thousands of years, but you can see lots of their cousins round here. And you'll never know when one will appear. They're the wonderful lizards of Oz. The lizards of Oz are special and strange, with dozens of species with quaint sounding names. But without them Australia would not be the same. We ought to like them because they're the wonderful lizards of Oz. If you try to catch one, you'll probably fail. Your fingers will slide down the length of his scales. If you're lucky, he'll leave you a piece of his tail. The wonderful lizards of Oz. But don't be discouraged, it won't bother him if there's only a stump where his tail should have been. In a matter of time, it'll grow back again. The wonderful lizards of Oz. The lizards of Oz are special and strange, with dozens of species with quaint sounding names. But without them Australia would not be the same. We ought to like them because they're the wonderful lizards of Oz. Ah, there's frillnecks and blue tongues, goannas and skinks, and some that survive where there's nothing to drink. And none of them care what anyone thinks. They're the wonderful lizards of Oz. We haven't had dinosaurs for thousands of years, but you can see lots of their cousins round here. And you'll never know when one will appear. They're the wonderful lizards of Oz. There's frillnecks and blue tongues, goannas and skinks, and some that survive where there's nothing to drink. Here's a very different animal. The sheep. See lots of sheep on farms, don't you? My dog Bob the Kelpie, he likes rounding up the sheep. Bah! Come on, Bob. Sheep are cute, sheep are beautiful, sheep are soft and curly. But when I take them into town, I have to start off early, 'cause they never go the way I want, so I need someone to help me. I just give a whistle and I call for Bob the Kelpie. Come on, Bob, come on. Bob the Kelpie, he's my dog, and though he's not too pretty, he's worth more than all those fancy dogs up in the city. He works hard in the yard to show the sheep who's boss. I guess they've learned by now it doesn't pay to make Bob cross. Sheep are cute, sheep are beaut, sheep are soft and curly. But when I take them into town, I have to start off early, 'cause they never go the way I want, so I need someone to help me. I just give a whistle and I call for Bob the Kelpie. Come on, Bob. Come on, Bob. Sheep are cute, sheep are beaut, sheep are soft and curly. But when I take them into town, I have to start off early, 'cause they never go the way I want, so I need someone to help me. I just give a whistle and I call for Bob the Kelpie. Come on, Bob. Bob the Kelpie, he's my mate, he never lets me down. He loves to ride in the back of the ute when we go into town, and we never have to lock it up with Bob there for protection, 'cause he will bark at anything that comes in his direction. Sheep are cute, sheep are beaut, sheep are soft and curly. But when I take them into town, I have to start off early, 'cause they never go the way I want, so I need someone to help me. I just give a whistle and I call for Bob the Kelpie. Yeah, sheep are cute, sheep are beaut, sheep are soft and curly. But when I take them into town, I have to start off early, 'cause they never go the way I want, so I need someone to help me. I just give a whistle and I call for Bob the Kelpie. Yes, I just give a whistle Come on, Bob. Come on, boy. Good boy, Bob. That's a good boy. I just give a whistle and I call for Bob the Kelpie. Good boy, Bobby. If I had a wish, I think I'd wish for a knife and a fork and a great big dish piled up with all the things I like. Line up for the great Australian bite.
Piled up with all the things he likes. Line up for the great Australian bite.
The Aussie life's the life for you. There's so many things that you can do to help work up an appetite. Line up for the great Australian bite.
To help work up an appetite. Line up for the great Australian bite.
The great Australian bite. Morning, noon and night. Everybody likes to eat, so line up for your favorite treat. Get ready for the great Australian bite. Pies and peas, poached eggs and cheese, steak and salad, scones and teas. Prepared and cooked the way you like. Line up for the great Australian bite.
Prepared and cooked the way you like. Line up for the great Australian bite.
Baked and boiled and barbecued, a great supply of healthy food. I'm ready morning, noon and night. Line up for the great Australian bite.
He's ready morning, noon and night. Line up for the great Australian bite.
The great Australian bite. Morning, noon and night. Everybody likes to eat, so line up for your favorite treat. Get ready for the great Australian bite. The great Australian bite. Morning, noon and night. Everybody likes to eat, so line up for your favorite treat. Get ready for the great Australian bite. Bite. Australian bite. Well, we've seen lots of animals, haven't we? But have we seen your favourite animal yet? Well, before we go, here are some animals I wouldn't want to leave out. We've got camels, we got buffaloes, rabbits, foxes, brumbies, hares and sheep. We've got dingoes, we've got the long nose, bandicoot and budgies, chooks and geese. We've got spiders, we've got bull ants, and lots of things that sting and buzz and bite. We've got the cockroach and the blowfly, and lots of moths that fly about at night. We've got the flathead, we've got the ocean perch, brim and ling and prawns and coral trout. We've got yabbies, we've got lobster, and of course we couldn't leave the mud crab out. We've got bullfrogs, we got tree frogs, beetles, bees and butterflies and bats. We've got Balmain bugs and witchetty grubs, quackers, potoroos and native cats. We've got eagles, we've got seagulls, lyrebirds, the brolga and the crow. It's my intention to try to mention a few more special things before I go. We got the wallabies, we got the wallaroos, the numbat and the small marsupial mouse. It's hard to find the Tasmanian tiger, but rumour says there's still a few about. We've got the camels, we got buffaloes, rabbits, foxes, brumbies, hares and sheep. We've got dingoes, we got the long nose, bandicoot and budgies, chooks and geese. We've got spiders, we've got bull ants, and lots of things that sting and buzz and bite. We've got the cockroach and the blowfly, and lots of butterflies. Boom, boom, boomerang, boom, boom, boomerang. Boom, boom, boomerang, boom, boom, boomerang. Boom, boom, boomerang, boom, boom, boomerang.
Do you mind if I hang out backstage here a while?
Well, I've got every other kind of animal. Why not a moose?
You got true grit, Frog.
Yeah. By the way, what is your name?
Mickey.
How about that? Mickey Moose. Mickey Mouse! You get